Howdy, and welcome to another episode of the Primal Podcast. My name's William,
This is Davis
and we're back
at the Galaxy Studio.
in Long Beach, California. What's happening? It's been a couple weeks.
What did we do last week?
I was on my 20th wedding anniversary.
Right. I was,
Drinking $25 glasses of wine.
wow.
Oh yeah, we did it up right.
Do you remember? You went for broke, huh?
Oh yeah, it was a very expensive weekend.
So when next month you're going to go, whoa, what was that expense?
Right. It'll be like, oh, too
Yeah.
bad, Chuck.
Yeah. Could be watering down some drinks for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, no, it was worth it. We don't do much. It was our celebration thing.
Sure, yeah, right.
You know, so yeah,
When in Rome.
right. It was good. You know, weather was great. Walking around State Street, got hit the Rincon Red.
Oh, there
over
you
at the
go.
brewery.
Yeah. What'd you have for lunch, man?
Actually, well,
Did you have that veggie sandwich?
no, because
What did you have there?
I usually get the garden burger with
Okay, that's what I'm
with,
thinking.
with the garlic fries.
Yeah. Oh.
But there was an accident. Shocking. L.A. An accident on the freeway. There was an accident on the transition from the 405 to the 101.
Ooh.
That took an hour. you know, to go like a mile and a half.
Would it have been faster just to stay on the 405 and go past it up towards,
Hindsight 2020.
yeah, and then go around,
You know,
Surfer Street it.
I was taking a little nappy in the passenger side, so I didn't check my phone, to see what was going on. And once I did, we were committed. It was too late.
Right.
So the point being that we didn't get into Santa Barbara, not at lunchtime as
Planned.
planned. It was more like 4 o'clock.
Wow.
And then at the bed and breakfast, the snackies start at like 5:30.
Yeah.
So it was like
You're just itching.
right. So it was like didn't want to load up on tons of food at the brewery.
Right.
When we want the good
you
food.
already know,
So I think we got like potato skins or something like that. Potato skins, a couple beers, just tied it over into the
starch,
good
some
snackies. That we were paying a real lot of money
Yeah.
for.
Right. You take advantage of all that stuff.
Oh, yes, we needed to take advantage of what we were paying for.
Sure.
Because it's
absolutely.
it's
I'm here. Let's take care of business.
it's
Right.
it's really expensive,
Yeah.
but it's where we honeymooned. 1 year anniversary, 5 year, 10-year, 15. It's
Oh, so it's not like every 5 years you might go.
exactly. It's
Oh, I hear you.
keeps it special.
Yeah. It's not like you're going to Disneyland every other week.
Oh, no, but again, it's very, very expensive.
Well, that's a bonus, though, that at least you guys can drive up. It's not ridiculously far away.
Right. But again,
And
getting
once
out
you
of
get there, you just like park the cars, either just start walking or
Exactly.
take a shuttle or whatever.
yeah, it's very walking friendly.
Yeah, bike friendly too.
They do have bikes. We've never done it. It's always been like
Yeah,
you look at something and like Google Maps or something like 0.6 miles away. I'm like,
figure,
well,
let's
F it, I'm
start
walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, I know you were busy last weekend.
Yeah, how could I forget my stupid fence and the tree that blew over and my rusted poles to hold the fence up? Yeah, that was a party, man. We spent 4 hours down in a honeysuckle tree. What a mess.
Okay, so you had one of your big trees in the backyard actually come
Yeah.
down?
It actually, half of it blew over. a good percentage of it, and all the weight was right on one pole, but the other two poles pretty much took the hit, but they're rested at the base, so they were basically just kind of just propped up. And with the other tree that's on, I don't know, probably about 10 feet away, that one was sort of holding the fence up on that side as well. It's not as big, but what happens is it's as it starts to grow, it grew inside in between the fence boards,
Oh, great.
and then it would expand.
And then with
so-
with the hard hitting rains that we've had,
And the wind, right?
you know,
It would just,
and the wind that over the past couple weekends,
yeah,
here in LA, I know it's like drought stricken LA, but it seemed like every weekend over the past month it's just been torrential rains.
Yeah. So yeah, it's had to cut that tree down. I still got a whole bunch of that around. I think I'll burn most of it next weekend because it's dried out now.
Oh, it's already dry?
It's pretty dry. I mean, I had bags of it that the trashman didn't take. We had like 7 bags, and I still got a mountain sitting in the backyard of this dead tree, but I still got a stump to pull out. But it's just all right, one thing at a time. I'm not worried about the grass because it's been raining every weekend.
It's going to come back.
It'll come right back. But yeah, that was party time, man. And then,
But on the plus side, you get to rent a stump grinder. Those things
I've
are
never
fun.
Used one. Oh, really?
Oh, they're fun.
I've never used one of those.
It's just a big piece of dangerous machinery that you just get to muscle around.
Oh yeah, that's an open, sharp, reciprocating parts.
Oh yeah, keep the boys away. I mean, it's designed where the user is okay.
Is it like a floor sander type thing, or?
No, it's got this big arm that comes
really?
out, and with this just
like a trencher type thing.
Yeah, like like chainsaw blade-ish type thing, and you just start working, and you're just grinding it down. Super dangerous for spectators.
How do? Yeah, but how much room does that take to do that?
Oh,
like the size of a small car.
Well, like a smart car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
So it's pretty burly.
They can be. Again, it's going to depend on the Home Depot that you go to. But I mean, it's meant for one person to be moving it. So you're probably looking at least 4, maybe 5 feet wide.
Oh wow.
On the back end.
Right.
The front end. Again, this is going to be like a chainsaw.
It's got to be pretty heavy.
You're going to get a workout. But as Nick Offerman says, it's just good, clean fun.
Right. That's why I asked if there's open, reciprocating, sharp parts moving around. Probably just, of course, grinding up all kinds of sawdust and, hash.
Keep the spectators way off, either behind you or off to the side.
Well, I used one of those tillers, a heavy-duty tiller, when I first moved in, and that was pretty wicked, man. I pulled up all kinds of junk out of the ground with that. I mean, like pieces of metal and the head of my sledgehammer that I have. That's got like a 3-foot, a 3-foot handle on it. It's heavy duty. That came up out of the ground. I was like, wow, cool. Now all I got to do is buy a handle, and I got a free sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's that type of thing. Where it's just burly.
Yeah.
And it just does damage.
Yeah, all this junk just starts coming up out of it. Yeah. Well, we'll see about that. I'm not worried about that. My biggest priority was fixing the stupid fence. But what they did was they dug a trench. I mean, what the width of the property? I guess that's what. Oh, is it 40 feet? So they dug a trench, and then about every 8 feet, they put the 2 3/8.
Put a post in there.
Yeah, the steel poles in there, galvanized poles, like fence tubing. Okay,
Right.
but
you like what you would use for like a chain link fence.
yeah, exactly. But this is for a wood fence that gets bolted to those poles. But what they did, so they had a pretty big footing. It's probably 8 to 10 inches wide. So they put cement down there, and then in this trench they ran like a 1-inch galvanized conduit pipe, horizontal.
What?
The length of the fence.
So they totally overbuilt it.
Yeah. So
A totally unnecessary piece of metal.
and there's a pipe, and then they used some wire, and they wrapped the vertical post around the horizontal pipe at the base, and they surrounded that with concrete.
And at the base of yours, they're all rusting out, and so you have to get them. You got to try to get these out so you can reset them.
Right. So once I got through the concrete with the handheld jackhammer.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then I thought, okay, I should lift up, and I start moving, and I'm like, what's that? And that's when I started getting behind the pipe. I'm wiggling it. I'm like, this footing is wide. So I keep drilling, and then I get to the point to where it would have some resistance, and then it would grab, and then I'd have a spin. Ouch.
Yeah. Any tool that has a motor on the end of it,
It's just a lot of
means torque.
It's a lot of torque. A lot of torque. Not super high speed, just a lot of torque.
Right. Like,
But I mean,
when
it's
you
the
say
mass.
like drill motor.
Drill motor, right? Yeah, a lot of torque, and I think it's just so heavy. It's just massive, and then once it grabs, it's just
Well, I told
See
you it's going to get stuck.
yeah. I know. So I start, at that point, it's like okay, lean on it. It starts with a little bit of resistance. Okay, I pull up. Back it out a little bit, lean back into it. But once I got past that initial 6 inches, no, well, 6 inches probably, 4 inches of concrete, and then I found this pipe. I'm like, what is this? But that pipe was bolted to a smaller diameter pipe with a super thick wall thickness.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, this isn't coming out. So I did my best to bend the pipe back, both of them.
Just break it.
No, I couldn't even do that. I couldn't get enough leverage on it. So I just bent them back and said, I'm done.
Walk away.
Walk away. Yeah,
a beverage.
fix the wood section. Braced it up at the top. And it just said, well, this post is bent and it's not coming out. Not on my watch. Otherwise, I would have had to get like a full-size jackhammer, get down in there, cut that horizontal pipe with the saws. I mean, I spent like 6 hours just reworking and tweaking this jacked up post situation, and just one.
Just one.
Yeah, and so fence 1, Davis 0, basically. So, and then today I went out again. I'm like, okay. And I looked at the other post. I'm like, well, since I'm not gonna pull these out, I even got the floor jack out before I found out about the pipe. Floor jack's handy, man. You got block of wood, got underneath one of the cross bolts that actually holds the fence in. So I figured I'd block it up, start
Drill
jacking
hole.
it up, We
No.
figured it would lift out, No. That's where that pipe, that's when I found the pipe. So, right. So after that, I think last night, all beat up and sore. I was like, well, get the jackhammer, get past that trench. I'm probably about 2 feet over from the other post. I know where there's pipes at.
At this point, you do.
Yeah, so just get past that, dig out a hole, drop a new pole in, bolt it to the fence, prop the fence up, try to get it squared up, and then, I had a pretty good run at it, so I got 2 in this morning, but then it started raining. Otherwise, I would have put cement in. So next weekend, I'll do the last post a little further down the line, and then I can drop cement on all three of them and get them done. Wait, 1, 2, 3, all 4.
Well, you got to give credit to the guy that did it.
It's just over.
Oh, it's totally overbuilt.
Over-engineered, man.
Yes, it's frustrating on your end, but you got to give the guy respect. As far as like, I'm going to put these in, and they're never coming out.
Well, yeah, obviously they'll never come out right, and
until they rust out.
Which
was the wrong material.
15 years later, of course, but. Party time, I'm just all sore, pissed off. And
too old for this.
This rain. Yeah, seriously, yesterday I'm like, I think this is just going, it's just, you're like, I need this, I need that, I need this. Maybe I should just replace the whole fence. Just getting pissed. Just like, F it. Just tell the wife, I'm not touching this thing.
I'm done.
Rip it out. It would take like a team of 5 guys, though, to replace that whole backside of that fence, man. To jackhammer all that out, get all that. But if you said, hey, this is what's going on here, somebody would probably say, screw that. Let's just drill. It's like what I was doing, man. We'll just move it over here. It's like, all right. But you see, there's a gate back there. And I was thinking, like, maybe I should just drop a pole there and do that, but it's just something else. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the configuration's different. Oh my God, I just want to get this over with. So,
but that Hilti, pretty good tool.
Yeah, Hilti's great, man. But I realize
it's 20, 30 years old and keeps kicking.
Oh yeah, man. So,
I take it you still need it.
I'll need it for one more day.
Okay.
See, I was going to think today, I'm like, I'm going to get back in there. I still got all those dead tree limbs and stuff I got to get back in there. I'm like, let me just get past the cement and break it up, and then I can return the tool and be like, hey, thank you very much, and I'll worry about the other stuff later, It's just, but then it started raining. I'm just like, man. Because I figure it'll probably take me about an hour. So, and you're like, it's okay, because I started getting on a roll. So I'm like, oh yeah, but it's like I got to take the fence boards off, so I got to walk all the way around, go to the alley, drill them out, back them out with a cordless drill, and then of course the drill dies, and you got to walk all the way back, and then.
What's your phrase?
Every
tool I own.
Yeah, dude. I'm counting them, man. They got the saws all out. That's a great tool, man. Put the wood blade in. This branch is in the way. It's done. I gotta cut some steel pipe. Put the hacksaw blade on. Done. Just like accuracy at its best, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love that tool.
The reciprocating saw is your demolition friend.
Oh man, love that. Quicker than the pole trimmer that I have.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you can put. They have pruning blades.
Yeah.
For those too.
Oh,
it's like.
Yep.
Need to take a pallet apart.
Yep.
Slap the appropriate,
Wood
nails.
cutting blade. Ooh, yeah. Just tear through that. Put the ear protection on and just have at it, man. No action required.
Good, clean fun.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, and then after that, I got back on working on the instrument gauges on the Mustang. So my brain's working for wiring on that.
That's what I find interesting with people like us, just doers, and I'm not going to say makers, but it's like, oh, I'm doing this. I'm going to, bust out some concrete, and then I'm going to do some fine work on, on some electrical.
Some electrical, yeah. I'm laying out a path of soldering here in this week. So, going through collections of connectors and drawing diagrams and figuring out where to put fuses, and managed to get location dialed in for my dimmer switch for my gauges on the car.
But again,
it's
it's just like one extreme to the other. Yesterday, I did a fair amount of woodworking. Working on the cabinet door, cutting stuff for other projects, and then it's like, oh, let me go out to the truck and start sanding down the bed, to get that fit, but again, that extreme. It's like, well, no, I just don't do one thing. Whatever needs to get fixed,
Yeah, but I want to get these gauges done. That's the thing, man. That's the good stuff. That drilling holes and fences, man. It's just like, and I got to patch everything up before I'm done because I got dogs. So
Oh,
it's just sort of like, I got to. Can't just leave a gaping hole here.
Right, you can't leave it.
So yeah, Mustang. I'm registered for the Street Machine Nationals.
Oh, nice.
So
what day?
put up or shut up. Saturday.
Okay.
We'll be meeting Don Stone out there. He's going to be working on his third member. I guess he's doing some gear swap or something for his Nova. So he'll be there. That should be cool. So I'm signed up for autocross. This event, you could do like 5 things,
right,
for the challenge. That's I forget the Top Street Challenge or something like that, where you partake in
the dyno pole.
Yeah, there's a dyno pole, there's a burnout contest, and there's a stop box challenge. So if you do all those, you're part of. You pay an extra little bit amount of money for that, but so you could be like top dog. I don't know if it's per day or for weekend, but I thought about it when I signed up. I'm like, autocross, yes, and then like burnout contest. I'm like, and then the chassis dyno. I was like, oh, that'd be cool, but then I was like, 307. 290 horsepower maybe at the wheels. It'd be like 115. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's I guess, but it's just sort of like, is it worth the trouble? I'm like, I don't know. It's not like it's a.
There's kind of a long line for that.
Yeah, there's a line. There's a setup, but
might be kind of cool to know the numbers. It might be cool
to get some numbers, but it's at the same time, it's like nothing to really look at. It's a small block, dude. It's
right. You know it's not going to be.
Yeah, it's
going in, it's not going to be great.
Yeah. It's just a street car, so I figured, it's not like running racing fuel or anything like that, or turbo or.
Then the burnout challenge is like, okay, do I have another set of tires?
Right. It was cool. Yeah. Like, I don't know. So I figured, now. And then the stop challenge, thinking, front disc brakes, that's it? No, not really competitive. I think in like with the rear drums. I'm like, no, there's gonna be some guy with 10-inch wide wheels, and he's gonna be running Willwoods all the way around, and a lighter wheel. And it's just low profile tire. That guy's gonna stop on a dime.
Yeah.
You're
not there yet.
Corvette. It's just like, yeah, forget it, dude.
You're not there
Stop
yet.
box challenge. I'm just glad I have disc brakes.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, so no, that'd be cool, man. At least, for a whole $53, it should be cool. So I just want to get these gauges done, and with or without the heater box, because the heater's bypassed now anyway. So.
Oh, you're not going to get that done.
Actually, it's only two nuts. Right? But
before street machine,
I'd even be willing to run the car without a dash pad. But as long as I have the gauges working and set up, that's all that really matters. So.
It's going to be close. As far as time wise.
Well, if right, because like I said, I got some soldering to do that I could do in the garage, and get it on the workbench and get it all dialed in. So like the speedo cable and the speedo, get it all set up as an assembly, and then put it in, because it has to go in from the bottom of the car, the connector that goes up into the dash. That's the way it is stock. And because at the bottom, it's got that housing that goes into the tail shaft of the transmission, which I found is, you may get a little bit of fluid, but it won't dump out. But I'll just have to swap the gear on the cable and put it in. But yes, you're right. What's not going to work? Right.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm trying to do, is get everything set up outside of the car as much as possible, so when I go to put it all in, power it up, the car will start. The car will run.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that. But
that part worked.
But when you go through tech, and if you don't have dash stuff working, will that be an issue?
No,
it shouldn't be.
The only thing that we'll be concerned about is probably radiator overflow tank. Are you running all lug nuts? Do you have a proper helmet? Do you have seat belts / lap belts? Nothing loose in the car? That'd be about it. It's not, I don't think anything major, really. So, anything what I did from last time.
Okay.
The next thing, though, if I was to do like speed benches or something else, I have to look into a 3-point harness, and that's kind of a trick.
Why not go 5-point?
Minimum is 3. Shoulder belt. So 5 would include a shoulder belt. So 3-point would be a shoulder belt, which I'd have to figure out the geometry, because these great cars, they don't have headrests, so they don't have a loop or anything here on the back of the seat. Your car probably has a bolt or something with a clip at the top.
Oh, the Galaxy did have...
Yeah, 68.
Yeah, it did have the belt that went all the way across.
Right.
It just seemed like, decapitation.
Oh, yeah, it's totally...
It's just like, oh, no,
It's totally... Yeah, right.
This is not... not
per,
right.
With DOT requirements, he's like, well, we got to have that. The 68 Mustang I got for $400 had that. They were clipped on at the top. It was like a big adjustable strap loop thing. The first thing I did was take them out.
Exactly. It's like this is
safety.
This is not right.
But you see, the Mustang seats, 67 seats, they just push forward. So I know if I nail the car and hit the brakes, the passenger seat will actually stand up and then drop back. In 68, there's that. You probably have a locking lever at the base.
Okay.
Probably. Oh, you got too much junk in the way. So I think you have a locking lever here.
Probably.
Yeah, you do on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's safety for you. Not my car. Should I put headrest in?
Oh.
I don't know. I'd just be happy with some new upholstery.
Hey,
Do you drive it enough? I mean, it's just sort of like, how much are you willing to pay for safety? You know what I'm saying? But that would be the requirement, is to be the 3-point harness. I'm not too keen on. I've seen some articles online of guys who drilling holes in quarter panels, like back here by the window, and then they basically drop down and over, so it would come up a little bit and then down your shoulder. But I was looking at pictures. It's sort of like it looks like it would hit the quarter window cranks.
that doesn't sound right.
No, and they also bolt down to the floor. So getting in and out of the car, you would always have this strap right here. So you'd have to move the seat, and then you'd have to push the strap down.
Sounds kind of like a pain. And you're not putting in a roll cage or anything like that.
Well, if you had a cage, then you could just loop it from the back.
Okay, but you're not doing a cage.
Right. So there's
that
there's
car's
no,
not going that fast.
There's no, but like I said, that would be the next step for another sanction. Like SCCA might require me to do that. No,
Okay,
that's a safety issue.
At this stage, you're not going that fast.
Yeah, at this stage, nah.
If you were, then you can incorporate everything in it and have more options.
Yeah, like I said, I like to drive the car and enjoy it sometime in my life.
Right.
Or I just take it apart and say someday I'm going to put a roll bar in here and all this crazy. I mean, who really sits in the back? But it's the same thing, man. I mean, it's like, what am I doing? So yeah, Street Machine National sounds like a good time, man.
Yeah,
We'll skip out on the Easy Up, and I'll bring up our box of T-shirts and some hats. So
keep it simple.
Oh yeah, just a couple beach chairs and maybe a cooler, and that's it.
But depending on the weather.
Oh man.
Well, I'm just saying,
4 weeks, yeah.
Easy Up might be a good idea.
It's not like it's going to be 100.
It's not like Fontana.
But if it rains, I ain't sitting in a parking lot in the rain, so
that's what I'm saying.
just get in the car and go.
Easy Up's no problem. So, when is that? April?
Yeah, April the 8th.
Okay. And Steve's going to be there with his Nova.
Don Stone.
All right. Good job, William.
Steve who? Maybe we'll run into Junkyard Jeff. Haven't heard from him in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've also not been at garage sales.
Well, we didn't go to the Grand National Roadster Show either.
That too. So,
what have you been up to?
Well,
the Galaxy hasn't moved.
Actually, it did.
Get out of here.
It moved about 4 feet forward.
Oh, what?
It moved about 4 feet forward.
Oh, forward. Oh, you had to get to something back there? Oh.
No, I had
That's convenient. I like that. The hole in the cabinet way over there in the far corner. That's great.
No, I had to get to the license plate.
Oh. Did you have to pull the old ones off?
Yeah, I pulled the old ones off because I had an appointment at the DMV to get everything switched over.
Yeah. What happened? Oh, dude.
Nothing's easy. So I had an appointment.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no parking. I had to park, way around the corner, some other lot. But I was early. I was like, oh, okay. I'll just see what's going on. And the appointment line, there was only like 3 people in there. I'm like, sweet things. I'm doing okay. And the woman that was in charge of that line, I'm like, look, I want these plates on this car. I have the release from these plates, and here are my old plates. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, these black plates, which are tagged 63.
Yeah. Year of manufacture.
Right. She's like, well, we don't know that these are for a 68.
You work at the DMV, man.
And
are you kidding me? Are you not kidding me? Oh my God, dude! Did you tell her year of manufacturer program? Pull it up on your computer.
Well, she's like, what kind of car did this come off of?
You have the registration for the car, right? For you.
For me, yeah.
But what's it matter?
Exactly. And I'm like, well, look in the paper. Well, it came off of like a 1931 Ford. That's the guy that I bought them from. So, well, how do we know that these are 68 plates? I'm like, I don't know. Can I just, pay a fee for, the right sticker? And she's like, no. And unfortunately, I can't tell you where to get one of those stickers, but you can get one. So
thanks, government. You know what? I got a feeling like if you talked to somebody else, you would have got a totally different story. No problem, Mr. Saxa.
Right.
Oh, sure. You're a manufacturer. 1963 to 69. No problem.
So what do I do when I get home? Well, then I went to work. So I burned up 2 hours of work time.
Sure. Right.
Get home. Get on eBay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff. And within like 3 minutes, I find a 1968 sticker for $22.
Why do you need a sticker?
I don't know. This is what this bitch was telling me. That I have to have a 68 sticker
on the plate. Oh, wow.
In order for it to go on a 68 vehicle.
Wow.
So that's 45. I'm like, there's 45 layers of stickers on here. 2017, 2016.
Yeah, right.
Like, am I supposed to scrape all these up? And she's like, no, we need to see a 68. So
This is for the year of manufacturer program.
Yes.
You have to have the year sticker of your car on there.
Apparently. And then
to get blessed by the holy water of the DMV.
And then I'm going to put a 2017 sticker right on top of it.
Wow.
Because to show that I'm current.
Yeah. How do we know this came off of 68? Well, the plates are issued for... Well, no one's using them. Black plates were issued from 63 to 69. Here's my registration. It says it's a 68 Galaxy. 68 comes before 69.
Okay. So...
I think that's the part where you're supposed to be like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Here's $20. I know. Right.
I had cash in my pocket. I was like,
that's stupid.
Expecting I'm like, how can I get a 68 sticker? I'm more than willing to write that check.
Right.
Just make it happen.
2 keystrokes for her. Yeah. That's so lame.
So I've got 68 stickers coming in the mail. They should be here like Monday or Tuesday.
Wow. It just says 1968 on it.
And then while
dude, I should... God.
Then while I'm at it, I got the month sticker as well. A brand new one.
Yeah, but isn't that... Will it be the same month that's current to the car now?
Okay.
Or will it change to like the month that you actually change plates?
Okay. What's on the car now is October.
Okay.
The car was built in January. 68.
Okay.
So I bought a January sticker.
Okay.
And then I'm hoping I get someone cool that will just like, okay, we'll just figure out this time, but these 4 months between October and January,
Right.
And you just pay the difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's
It's
sort
the
of like,
DMV. They want money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's always an additional charge for something stupid.
So
They just throw money at it.
so
I'm here. You're here. Let's get this taken care of.
right.
I don't wanna come back.
$20
Yeah.
retroactive.
At this point, it's like no problem.
Just
Just make it go away. Just type it in. Yeah. Susie, just type it in. Let's get this over with. Go to the printer. Get the printout.
So that's where I'm at. That was
You're in the no man's land gray zone.
exactly. And again, this bitch was nice. It was just like she knew too much about the YOM plates.
That sucks.
Yeah, like you said, anybody else would have just gone like, okay, here you go. And it was like, well, you need the 68 plates, but I can't tell you where you can get them.
That's so stupid.
But come home, 3 minutes on eBay.
Oh man. Which is just nothing more than somebody who's making bulk stickers of years, printing them out. I would have done the same thing. Laminate it, just glue it. There it is. Yeah.
I'm telling you, on eBay, it was no problem.
What a joke.
DMV approved.
Well, yeah. Believe everything you see in print. Come on. All right. So, not shot down, just set back.
One step forward, two steps back.
2 steps back. So, while you were standing there talking to this bitch, did you get a new appointment?
No.
Oh, man. Because you didn't know how quick to get a sticker.
Right. Because I was like, oh, where am I going to get a sticker? Because the guy that you sent me the email from Craigslist, he had stickers.
Yeah. Right.
But he hasn't gotten back to me, like two emails ago.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, no. There's at that time, it was, wow, I just spent $120 on something that I'm just going to throw away.
Or put back on eBay.
Right.
All right, so it's not dead, but you move the car, you pull the plates.
It's in progress.
It's in progress. Moving at the speed of business or government.
Right. So
now you got to make an appointment again.
Right. So soon as I get these stickers,
then you'll make the appointment.
Then I'll make the appointment. Which is again another great idea, but bad.
Bad instructions on how to do it.
Right.
Go to our website, download the form.
With the at least the California DMV, you make an appointment. It kicks out like here's your time and date.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I can't do that. So there's like.
You got to have everything in your hand, right? But is there anything else that you're missing then? She didn't say there was any other problem with anything else. She just needs to say it's 68.
That was the bottom.
The bottom. That was the deal breaker. That's it. That's the only thing you need is a stupid sticker. Okay.
Right. So it's $20 sticker.
Yeah.
I'll scrape it. Put the sticker on. Put the new month on. January.
Right.
And then try again. Make a new appointment online. They kick out. Here's your time. I'm like, well, I can't do that time. Because I work during the day.
Right. Sure.
Let me let me try, a different time. There's a little pop-up menu, and then it comes back the same time that they gave you before.
Oh, nice.
Right. After about 4 times, you just say, F it. I'll take off work, and here's my time.
What's going on with the truck? Master cylinder. What's going on with that?
I'm just waiting until bicycle weather.
Oh, that's right. Then you're gonna take it to. I forgot the name of that place, man.
So
It's been
so
so
did
long.
I. It's on my phone. Yeah,
It's on my phone.
but
Set up an appointment. Make sure I have my sticker.
it's been purring like a kitten. It's been driving
cool.
really nice. I did some final sanding on the
Bed?
on the bed yesterday. Looks.
So you're gonna make a? Are we doing a POR video for that?
I will.
Okay.
The whole thing needs to get sanded.
The whole bed
Yeah.
needs to be roughed up.
Yeah. I was looking at it yesterday. There's just too many, like little pits and stuff. Like mismatched paint over the years.
So you're looking to make sure it sticks.
Right.
Is that like a right angle grinder type of job?
No,
Kinda quick?
just a regular,
Palm sander,
not palm
orbital.
the orbital. Just get in there, with some like 80 grit,
Just rough it.
which I bought today.
Oh,
And just feather things out.
right.
Will take like an hour and a half tops.
Yeah.
But it's just getting to it. February was toast. As far as me
Rain.
getting anything done.
Oh, Rain.
I'm surprised at how much I actually got done in such a little time, and then on top of it, the rain. Because I made that cabinet. Oh, did I show you that mallet?
yeah. What was the deal with that, man? Is that some leftover wood you had from the? What was that? Was that from your countertop or something?
No, that was some cherry from like 3 years ago that my boss bought.
Oh, really?
Because we were trying to match some stain, and
Yeah.
he was convinced that like this door was made out of cherry, and I'm like, no, it's not made out of cherry. No, it's not made out of cherry. Yeah, I think it's made out of cherry. No, it's not made out of cherry. So he bought a chunk of cherry.
Yeah.
So I can mess with staining,
Uh huh.
and then finally I just took it home. I was like, well, what am I going to do with this chunk of cherry? So I made a mallet,
What's the handle made out of?
the same stuff.
Oh, is it? I wasn't sure if it was.
It's
Because you basically
I think three drawers down. The first wider one should be
Oh.
on the right hand side, and just big enough to be a pain.
yeah, I'll say. So you basically glued and laminated it up, right?
Right. It's 3 pieces. All
'cause
put together.
when I saw the picture of it, I think it wasn't even finished cut. It was just roughed. Was it?
Yeah. It's 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Like sandwiched together.
Yeah. And then you put a wedge on the end.
Yep. Just to make sure.
Yeah.
It's
That's
got
good, man.
It's got just enough heft.
A little bit, yeah.
But I used it today for yesterday for mortising out hinges, and squaring up corners.
Right.
It's actually just right. It has a good feel.
Right.
It's heavy enough.
The surface is big enough for you. In
Right.
case you're not wearing your glasses. Nice.
But I mean, it like
cool.
it feels
And it's like non-marring, so it's
right.
got some give to it. That's cool.
So that was a nice little afternoon project.
That's
like
right, man.
like when you've got the
Got your Moxon vise and your handmade, homemade mallet, man.
exactly. Because like when I bring the table saw out, to cut stuff up for this cabinet that I'm making, it's like, okay, well I've got it out. What else am I gonna do?
Right. What else can I shove in here and start cutting?
It's like, oh, let me start cutting down some of this cherry. Let me
See,
do
that's
this.
what See, that's the other thing I got to do. So I'm replacing fence boards, right? So naturally, I get one that's like 4 inches wide, that's full of knot holes and split up. I'm like,
oh,
this is great.
oh, you're using that dog-eared stuff?
Yeah,
from
it's crap.
Home Depot.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But I'd have to replace. I'd have to remove 50 boards to to move them over to eliminate that gap. To get to where they're all nice and tight. And so like I don't have time for that. So, and of course, being that nothing's true or level, or what do you say, true, level, or plumb?
Well, square, straight, or plumb.
Yeah, something like
Pick
that.
two.
Yeah. So naturally, it's like a V. The whole. I'm like, I'm not pulling the table saw out today. I had a feeling I was going to run into this, and it's sort of like, wow.
And the stuff
I just lapped it. I'm just screw it. I would just make the difference, and it's kicked out a little bit. I'm like, but it's just like today I don't have time.
and it's super wet, I'm sure.
Well, what I do, because I'm anal about fence boards, I'll buy 6 and just keep them out.
Okay, well that's kind of what you're supposed to do.
And they let them shrink up, and then whenever I need one, I just go, hey, it's already shrunk, and I just put it in.
Okay, well,
I always have a few fence boards handy, and yeah, I think I used 3 of them, and as I'm working, I notice some are breaking, and I'm just like, wow, hey, I'm out here in the alley, I might as well just start replacing boards. But that one that's not square, it's sort of like, yeah, I'll be pulling out the table saw soon, because I just can't have that lapped over another board. Stupid.
I remember when Floyd and I were doing the fence work on his side. That last piece of board, that just
doesn't quite.
Just totally free-handing it on the table saw.
Yeah, you kind of.
Again, disclaimer: don't do this. It's super dangerous. Yeah, but no fence, no miter gauge. Just draw the line and just total freehand. To get that taper that you're
right,
talking
to get the taper I'm talking about, right?
Ooh, sketchy.
Yeah.
But as long as you are one with the table saw,
well,
and you're mindful and you're in the moment, it's very doable.
It helps to have somebody on the opposite end pulling as well. Not
not pulling, but
not
just
pulling, but to
support.
To actually, yeah, because
if you don't have
when you get halfway through it, you're at the mercy of the width of the blade.
Of it pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how thick is a board? 3/8, 1/4 inch, probably 1/4 inch thick.
Okay, it's supposed to be a 3/4, but
yeah, yeah, and I mean, so your
blade's at 5/8.
Your blade's up a little bit, so yeah, that's the problem. Is that if you get a bind, if you start to push and it starts, and you don't, right.
Well, it was
Good times.
yeah. Well, it was like yesterday when I was writing out the channel for the mirror.
Right.
Just had router just spinning, no,
Oh, yeah.
Zero safety. And I'm just like, wow.
10,000 RPM.
And like, okay, hands are here. Beverage over there, don't touch it. And just super careful. One of the few times I actually wear eye protection.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. And like
I'm surprised. I didn't think you did.
Okay, like,
Yeah.
okay, if things starts getting sketchy, let me turn it off, reposition.
Right. I like
I-
using the fence.
I already built the door.
Tell you, man, I was just whenever I start doing the freehand stuff for that, it's just you feel the resistance on the wood. Oh, there's a soft spot, and then you go, now I gotta fill it. Hey, there's a divot.
But there's that
Oh god.
that special moment between coffee and beverage that is like, here's the time that I need to do this precision work.
Yeah, you said it, man. Time
Yep.
for another beverage. Do a commercial break, man.
Okay, commercial break, and Davis gets a beverage. This episode of the Primer Podcast is brought to you by Bertronics. Quality ignition and exhaust products for over 40 years. Check them out at Bertronics.com. And by HellwigProducts.com. Load and sway control. A family tradition for over 65 years. 25th.
Let's talk about next week, March 11th.
Oh, okay. March 11th. Oh, that's Jamco.
Yes, we got a podcast interview with Tony Genti from Jamco Suspension. They're out here in Cyprus, and they specialize in mostly like shoebox Ford and Mercury lowering kits that don't use
Bags.
airbags. So it's basically modified upper lower control arms and coil springs and probably leaf springs and for basically your stock setup car, and without modifying the frame and doing the airbags and a whole bit. So that's what
So
they're really
doing it right.
specialize in.
In my opinion, doing
Well,
it
yeah,
right.
because then you're not dealing with a compressor. You're not dealing with well,
Extra
compressors deal with-
batteries and
well,
switches.
Airbags are you're right. It's just probably a simpler setup, and you're already going to be ripping everything out anyway. So that should be cool. He used to be a part of Original Parts Group out here in Seal Beach.
Which we interviewed at
We
SEMA,
interviewed him at SEMA
like 4 years ago.
4 years ago. So that was kind of funny, but yeah, he's doing his own thing, and that'll be cool. He's local, so
And his
we run into
seems
him
like
all the time now.
his product line is expanding. Like,
Oh, he's growing, yeah. Flatheads
like-
to Buicks to, but mostly
every other
mostly-
week, there's a new product.
Yeah, and mostly passenger car. I don't think I've seen anything with our trucks though. So, like an early Ford F100 type thing. So that'd be cool. And then March 25th, Girls in the Garage second annual car show.
Well, they skipped a year, so
Well, it's their second.
it's they're
Not okay. Second annual. I should just say their second car show. Saint
up at the museum.
at the automobile. I always get this wrong. The Driving Museum of L.A. or the Automobile Driving Museum. Maybe that's it. On El Segundo, over by LAX. That's where they have the Gasser show.
Right.
Most notably the Gasser show. Yeah. So this all-girl show will be there as well. I'm sure it'll be just as big.
I hope so.
I mean, the first time around, she had pretty good.
She had a great
group, man.
turnout.
And then I know we've been running into her over the past couple of years, and she says that a lot of people have been asking about it. So
That'd be Patty Fairchild.
there you go. Maybe we can maybe a week and a half, we'll post up a podcast of that. Middle of the week of what her first show. So
That's doable.
just to get more information about the whole background. So basically, it's all about girls who own cars, work on the car, and I guess she's also asking for girls to wear the time appropriate attire for the car.
That's the plus.
Right. So I'm sure
If
there'll
you
be like vendors and for clothing and a whole bit.
Oh, last time she had snow cones, so we'll see.
It was hot, man. Remember that?
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't rain. That's all we ever say now, huh? Then April, Street Machine Nationals, and then I noticed too in April the Knott's Ford show is way down at the end of the month. And if we go to the Knott's Ford show, which we gotta go check out the Porto's Bakery.
The what?
Porto's Bakery. It's right there on Beach. And if we're gonna be there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, tell me more about this bakery.
Oh, dude, it's good stuff. We gotta go check it out. It's brand new. You like bakeries, don't you?
I like bread.
Hey.
I mean, is it like croissants and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Or like baguettes?
I don't know. But we got to check it out.
Oh.
It's between the freeway and Knott's Berry Farm. So, and you're already going to be up. So, cup of coffee.
Coffee and bread, I'm down.
You're like, I'm in. Right. Who doesn't like carbohydrates, man? Heck. What else you got there for April?
Oh, we got some NMCA.
Oh boy, when's that? The 12th?
The
16th?
The first.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. Let's see what I'm at, man.
I know.
I'm willing to give that up if I gotta work on the car.
Speaking of working on the car, do you want to take the welder home with you?
You don't need it? You're like, I need space.
Exactly.
Oh.
The original plan was I was going to do the bedroom, and thus the welder with the headboard and
the
stuff.
Truck.
And the truck and
You did it at work.
right.
It's easier to do it at work.
It was.
So the headboard you can do at work and then throw it in the bed of your truck.
I'm not hitting the headboard anytime soon because I've got this 3/4 bath that I got to tear apart.
Oh.
Which requires no welding. So
Right.
I remember you saying something about welding something on brake plates or something.
No. Brake plates.
A backing plate or something. I don't know.
All right.
If you want to take, it's fine here. But if you're gonna need it,
You should have hit me up yesterday when I was here. I had the wife's car. I could have threw it in the back. Done.
I just woke up.
Oh, I know, Mr. Sleepyhead. I figured that would have been a priority, man. Space is so valuable around here.
Oh, and did I tell you about my miter saw?
I saw the box out there in the trash.
Okay.
I actually saw it yesterday out here in the patio, and I thought, oh, what's in the box? And nothing. I'm like, I wonder if you got a new one.
Well, the box is for the wife doing yard work.
Trash box.
Right. But the miter saw.
Now this is the DeWalt.
No, this.
Oh, really?
This was the Delta that I've had for like at least 12 years.
Oh, yeah.
Bought for $100.
10-inch blade.
10-inch.
Yeah.
Built the fence with.
Yeah.
And like when I was done, I'm like, well, it paid for itself.
Right. Sure.
It went another 10, 12 years, and I was
Right.
like, hey, great tool.
Right.
It committed suicide. Like a week or so ago. I was right where you're sitting,
Yeah.
and I have no idea what happened. But
That's what happens when you start using a glass instead of drinking out of the bottle.
well, 2 weeks ago I did put a new blade on it, because it was like,
Okay.
and I torqued everything up, and it's left, it's
Right, reverse thread.
right, so I was like, okay, I'm good, and I was cutting just like 3 inches, so of course my hands were kind of close, and I came down and it just went bam. I'm like, whoa, I'm like, all right, I've got 10 fingers, I'm good. The blade somehow torqued and went into the housing, the metal housing of the saw itself.
So basically stop.
Oh yeah, like it went into metal.
This is a 10-inch blade.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't pry it out. I mean,
Really?
again, torque.
Right.
The torque of that thing was way strong. I had
Well, sure. I mean, you're plunge cutting. It's all it's doing is going up and down.
right. So I just put it in the trash. There's nothing I can do to fix this.
But you didn't figure out why it did that. So basically, it's sort of like the arbor on the shaft of the motor, like essentially broke.
Mm-hmm. So instead of coming down at 90 degrees, it was like, I don't know, a good 22 off,
Really?
and just
dug in.
just dug it, and I mean,
And then the motor probably just started made a buzzing noise.
I stopped it before it did
Oh,
that.
really? You hit, wham, and then you hit it.
Right, because the 3-inch pieces of wood that I was cutting
Yeah.
just torqued and shot up, and like I'm just like, get your hands free.
Right.
And yeah, so it committed suicide. So that box that you were looking at, I got a brand new DeWalt 10-inch compound miter saw
Right.
on Friday. A lot of cool new features. Yeah, it wasn't $100.
Like $350.
It was more like $225.
Okay, not bad.
But lots of cool improvements. Than
Right.
your basic stuff.
Right. Wow. Didn't need any coffee after that, did you?
Oh no.
Wow, dude.
It was quite the shocker.
Yeah.
And the fact that I was cutting, scoring up 2 3-inch pieces. It was like I was safe, but it was like it was pushing where your hand should be.
When the moment it comes across, you're like, I might be a little too close. That's when you say it's too close. That's when you get the extra block of wood or the extra clamp or something. And
Yep. But it was also, hey, I've been using this for 12, 13 years. I know this saw.
it goes up and down. Right. Dang.
And then at work, my favorite screwdriver took a dump on.
What brand is that? Now that we're on the bandwagon.
The brand was Williams, which is
Williams. That sounds familiar.
it's the lower version of Snap-on.
Oh, really? But not for automotive?
Okay, there's
Because, like, you know, there's. Well, go ahead.
okay. Well, there's the Snap-on version, which
Right.
that orange one right there is a Snap-on.
Okay, this ratcheting screwdriver.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
Is reversible.
at as of a couple days goes for $167.
And it's got the extra bits on the inside of the handle.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
But the Williams version,
Yeah.
which is based off of the Snap-on and they're the same company,
Yeah.
goes for like 38.
So.
So after 5 years of heavy use,
Right. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the way it goes, right?
You know, it just doesn't grab anymore. It's like, oh, I've got a new one coming in a couple days. Yes, I bought the same one. It lasted. Again, heavy use, for 5
Right.
years.
I mean, that's sort of like,
$10 a year.
yeah. How often do you use it? I mean, that's kind of like what my table saw. It's like I bought that thing for $200 and it still works. I've never changed the blade. I should, but I did the whole kitchen with that damn thing. I mean, I think it's better than the Craftsman. It's got a good base. I know the guides for the miter aren't. There's room for improvement. I know what it's going to do, but it does its job. I mean, if I used it every day, it'd be dead, long gone.
Right. And okay, so put a new spend $40, put a new blade on that thing. You'll love it again.
You'll love it again. Right.
But it's the same thing with the screwdriver. I mean, it's like I use it every single day. And
like good bits on the end too. They don't round out, not cheap.
Right.
Right.
It's a quality tool, and it's like, okay, it took a dump on me. Do I want to try a different brand? It's like, no, I like this one. And it for $10 a year, it did its job. I'll get the same thing.
What's a good brand? A promise for the same quality that we expect. Right.
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 And
look at me like, what?
And to round things off, speaking of tools.
Yeah, man. Don't be a tool.
At Home Depot, you can get a shop vac. You can get a shop vac that attaches to a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah. Oh, like the Homer bucket?
Exactly.
Right.
You're looking at under $25.
Okay, but
So
go ahead. I'm listening. Here's the catch. Where's the catch?
There's no catch, man.
Come on, there's got to be a catch because if it's such a great deal, okay, there,
Right there.
Wow, look at that.
Shop
I've never
vac.
seen a cleaner Homer bucket than that one, dude.
What?
Mine is full of tested spray paint on the inside. I spit in it. I got spilled beer in mine. It's nasty. Look at that thing, and it's got
inch and a
stickers
quarter.
all on the outside.
Inch and a quarter. You can carry it almost anywhere, without having
And it's got
like
the
this.
stock handle too.
Right.
Wow, you need some stickers on that, man. That looks like ass.
Okay.
Don't let your kid fall in it either, because they can drown with that lid on the top.
Relatively new, but
But my question is going to be, it's all about the motor at that point.
I've used it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, it's got some torque.
It's got the torque.
Won't kill Davis.
It works.
Is it a wet dry or is it just dry?
I haven't tried wet.
But it can do wet.
I'm assuming it does.
Oh, well, I probably would have told you. How much was that, man? That you're just buying the lid too, huh? Got some hose assortments too.
No, just one hose, but it's
get creative.
It's universal.
Yeah. Hose clamps and flexes. There you go.
With the head and the bucket, you're looking like $25.
And if you already have a bucket. Oh, it comes with a bucket?
It doesn't come with a bucket. I have to buy the bucket.
So it basically will fit any standard bucket, just like the Homer bucket.
Exactly.
Oh, dude.
And because I've been hauling around, this.
Yeah.
What I bought way too big of a shop vac.
Yeah.
When you buy a house, it's like, I need a shop.
Yeah, I need the 5-foot vertical air compressor.
And, then it's like, oh no, I
overkill, right? I need to build a fence with pipe in the base.
But $25, and you can carry this anywhere around, and when it's full, it's a 5-gallon bucket. You just dump it.
Just pop it off and in the trash.
So
that's cool. I can see that working really well as your dust collection system around here.
Well, you would actually run.
That could be That would be perfect for my router table. Because I was using the same thing. I mean, I have a smaller vacuum shop vac that I would throw it out and be like right behind the router table, and using painter's tape to put the hose right there at the head. But I could totally see that doing the same thing, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's nice and vertical. It doesn't have wheels and stuff, so
it's small enough that you could take it in the house.
You clean a car.
I use it to clean out the bed of the truck.
Sure.
Before I spray paint it, which I did sand down. Some just take a look at it. It looks pretty good. The fireplace.
Right.
Without having to haul in your big shop vac.
Sure.
It's the nice step between like the Dirt Devil and
Dirt Devils they ain't got no balls, man.
Well, I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like between like the small Dirt Devil and your big
versus the.
It's a nice in between. You can take it anywhere. I mean, you used it today, and I'm just like, wow, this was totally worth $25.
Cool, man.
Just cleaning things up.
Williams tool review.
There you go.
No Delta.
Delta's a good product. That again, that thing lasted me like 12 years. At least 12 years. I have no problems with so
cool, man. Put some stickers on there. Get a fresh, clean surface. It's all shiny.
Well, I've only used it like 2 or 3 times, but 3 times, fool.
3 times, man. I wonder if Ace will help you out with some stickers on that, man.
So, you got anything else?
Nah, that's it, man.
Oh, great.
Nice. Cross that off. Cross that off. Cross that one off. No movies, right?
No movies.
All right, good.
Oh, actually, I did see a movie.
What? One of those Oscar winners. Oscar who?
What are you who's Oscar? Did see... Remember I told you about the Deconstructing the White Album?
Yeah.
They had Deconstructing the Sgt. Pepper.
Oh.
So I did see that.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time.
Okay. Extremely well done.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
All right, huh?
Beatles fan or not.
Williams Tomatoes.
It's one of those where you're just like, wow, these guys really had not only talent,
That's the first thing I was thinking of. Somebody's actually talented.
But they also had, George Martin behind him, which had the creative workarounds. Is like, we want it to sound like this, but we don't know how to do it. And George Martin would be like, oh, here, let me create an echo chamber. What's an echo chamber? I don't know. I just made it up. I figured it out.
Right.
Wow. So great movie to geek out on. Again, Beatles fan or not,
Interesting.
It's interesting, and a pivotal album of 1967.
Cool.
Which so many other artists were able to piggyback off of. As far as technology, theme, I know you're a Stones guy, but
Yes. But I totally understand that, of course, because the next person down the line is going to go, well, I'd like to use this, and this, all the ingredients that somebody else just created, and then do their own tweak and version on it, and there you go.
And on Sgt. Pepper, they created that,
right?
And opened things up.
Sure.
So, like the themed Stones albums couldn't have been made or wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for this album. Jimi Hendrix was like, as soon as this album came out, he was like learned every part. Opened it up for Pink Floyd to be doing,
sure,
or at least the inspiration of themed albums. When you get into metal and stuff like that. It's just a super interesting, geeky. Like, here's this track. They only had 4 tracks. Here's this track. With bass and drums.
Right.
And you're like, oh wow, I've heard this 1,000 times. I've never heard it like this. Here's these 2 tracks together. It is super cool. He's got 2 more coming out, and of course.
Sign you up, right?
Yeah. Might as well buy my tickets now.
All right, on.
So,
till next weekend.
Okay, next weekend.
Next Saturday, man. Jamco Suspension.
That's right.
Yes.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Hey. You got the rest of the day. Come on, man.
So expect me to be beaked out on coffee for an interview.
Oh, yeah, man. Good times.
So, his name's Tony
Genty.
Tony Genty. Tony Genty at 8 o'clock in the morning in Cypress. And until then, my name's William.
Cheers.
And don't skip on the prime.